Time out. You just want to restart because when you did that, I just heard you go blah, 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 over the
right.
Everybody will be able to hear. Yeah, like not just
I am
you
not
and me.
prepared to host the episode.
Yeah,
you can't tell me last second. I gotta like mentally. You guys have been doing podcasts for years. So
two.
Hard work. There you go. Hard work. Everybody doing it right. Hard work. That's what I say. Hard work. Earn my pay. Hard work. Do it every day. Hard work. Get up out of 2:45. Hard work. Let me go and earn my pay. Hard work. Put the boots on and lace them up. Hard work. Another day to work. Hard work. That's what they say. Hard work. I earn my pay. Hard work. Move on now.
Attention in the talk. Welcome to the monthly meeting of the thick chapter of the NAMBLA Society. NAMBLA, for those of you who don't know, stands for North American Men. I'm not even going to go through the rest of it. What's up, all you dirty motherfuckers?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
Matt, what the fuck, bro? I'm just gonna start it that way. This is supposed to be you. Evo, great job on the intro.
yeah, thanks Evo for covering down.
Yeah.
I have to mentally prepare, dude. I don't teach every day anymore. I'm not used to that platform spotlight.
Yeah. Look, like now that everyone thinks that we're an offshoot of Pizzagate or some sort of pedophilic group or whatever, now we can really get into some hard-hitting shit.
There we go.
On the episode of The Talk. This is The Talk, presented by the No Sleeves Network. To my, well, I guess this is right. My camera's flipped on stream. Over to the right, I got Mike, big guy Mike. Down here, we got Matt, the Alabama gorilla, if you will, and then Byron, the Gingy, right below me. How's it going tonight, fellas?
Good,
Another
brother.
day in paradise.
Alrighty.
Great.
Is everyone enjoying living in the golden age of the USA?
Bro, I love life.
Hey, Hispanics for Trump, right?
Yeah, something like look, you're having a Modelo. I'm having a somewhat Spanish drink tonight. El Padrino, the Godfather. Matt is sober.
Rocky Patel.
Very nice. You know, I just found a cigar in my garage because I was doing spring cleaning.
Really?
No idea how old it is. In the cigar box still. It's
probably
got to
gross.
just be dry as fuck. But you know, I kept it just in case. And then Byron, are you participating in any sort of libations this evening?
No, I have water since I'm doing the whole keto thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm doing dirty carnivore.
Fair enough.
Very nice. All right.
Well, Malachi did have surgery, so I do got some special Tic Tacs in the house that I am saving for a rainy day.
Dude, he will remember that. When I blew my knee out, my dad all of a sudden, like, I just said didn't have Vicodin anymore, and he was like, "You don't need these.
Yeah.
These are
You
dangerous."
don't need these." And I was like, "But I'm in pain." And he's like, "It's like a couple weeks after surgery. You don't need these anymore." Which is probably,
Bro.
you know, like now, like today, he could probably be like, "I was saving you from the opioid fucking opioid
Academics.
epidemic." God damn it, this drink's hitting good, but it might be like my third. But yeah, I know what it was for. He had a bad back just like me and wanted a little bit of relief every now and then.
Right. Well, you know, fucking Malachi, dude, he hasn't taken one painkiller since his surgery.
Wow.
Dude, I don't know if he has feelings though.
No, I don't.
I love Malachi. Great kid, excellent young man, fantastic football player. I don't know if I've seen him smile, laugh, cry. The dude doesn't have any emotions. Like stoic, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Stoic as shit. But God,
High pain tolerance.
Yeah.
That's good. Especially the way that you described the actual arm injury and him like just kind of
Amber and G watched the video. I refused to watch it. They say it was horrifying.
Yeah,
I believe them based on the scar.
Yeah, it is terrible.
Right.
But he's doing great. He's kicking ass, dude. So I'm pretty.
Recovery's going well and everything.
It's going real good.
Awesome. Good. Well, I'll fuck him up when I see you next week. I'll make him wrestle me, and we'll get that arm working right away. Way early.
Yeah, perfect.
Weren't you giving the advice about how to not hurt the boy on the last episode of this?
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, anyone got a topic that they want to start off tonight's debauchery with?
So I'll go first, man. I thought I was getting divorced the other week. It was pandemonium in the fucking car. We are driving to Cleveland. We have to go to Cleveland basically every fucking day of the week. But this time we're driving together. We're just going to have some lunch because we want to get the fuck out of the house. Amber's driving. And I ask her very politely, hey, will you turn up the radio? She proceeds to turn up the radio to 19 and leaves it fucking there.
What was the problem?
No.
That was too loud or not an even number?
Not an even 19 is not an even number. It is a fucking prime number. How the fuck could you stop your audio on that? It's absurd. It was absurd.
The thought of this is making my tongue itch. Like it's disgusting.
I'm just trying to quantify and clarify the actual mental disorder that I'm dealing with right now.
Yeah.
Not from her, from you. But right.
That's
I'm on the
called
opposite end of
OCD.
that, man. So I'm the guy who sits with the TV remote, and I will be constantly adjusting it so that I can fucking hear the TV or turn it down or whatever. And I don't give a shit what number it is on ever.
I'm probably more akin with you, Matt, because I've got that military grade tinnitus and hearing loss where it's like, if it's not right for me, everything goes from like legible sounds to
Yeah, exactly.
the Peanuts teacher.
Exactly. And then one kid says something while you're fucking trying to listen, and you're like, I'm gonna choke this child.
Guys, I love you both very much. But grow a sack and just turn it up loud enough so you can hear it the whole fucking time. It'll either be real loud or you can hear it at all the levels.
Yeah, but
like,
also leave it on an even number.
Yeah,
It also
or an integer of 5 is
Yes.
the only acceptable odd number.
So
don't get me wrong, I feel most comfortable that way, but also a lot of times I just don't pay attention or care. And to your point, Mike, real quick, it's the audio mixing in some of these fucking shows.
It really fucking is, dude. Like,
Yeah, they're not great.
high intensity, like when it's action, it's loud as fuck, and then they want to go have like some intimate scene where they're
coffee
whispering, and you
right
can't fucking hear
afterward.
anything.
I want to hear that macaroni smack.
Dude. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Byron, I cut you off there. What were you gonna say?
No, you're good. Mike, I probably take it a step further than you. Like I like the even numbers, the numerals of 5, 0, and 5 are perfectly fine, but it can't be 4 or 6 because if it's 4 or 6, then it should be 5.
Oh man. Okay. Wow. I did not see that angle coming.
I like a solid 37.
It all depends on them fucking Chinese and Korean brands of TVs and shit that we got too.
This is
I don't
true.
know if it has
So,
something to do.
Mike, are you guys the
Ear
same way
size.
with the thermostat? Is 69 a no-go?
Oh,
No, 69.
69 is always acceptable.
that's perfect.
Place in this house.
I legit, while we were sitting here, just was changing the thermostat on my phone and set it to 69 in the house because it's getting a little toasty in this room.
Producer Amber showed me her boobies before she went upstairs. So, yeah,
God,
that's where my
I
mind's
get
at.
real hot in there then.
Subtle flex.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Sorry.
Well, I
He's fucking
moved
showing
my
up as
I moved my camera where it's not facing the door anymore.
Yeah.
Because
By
of
the
our
way,
routine.
did not see anything.
Oh, your
I don't
guys'
think it
old
ever
ladies,
happened.
your guys' old ladies just come in and randomly flash you?
Wait, did you not
Sometimes.
hear about that, Matt?
Bullshit, dude.
Oh, that's
I'm not
the
gonna
episode
talk.
that Matt's shit didn't work. I had
Oh.
to go and comb to look for boobies in the show.
So my wife walked into my office high as giraffe balls and decided
Hell
that
yeah.
she wanted to walk in with her tits out and didn't realize that the camera was like facing me and the door was right behind me.
That's
So-
fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
Were there
yeah.
titties that you had to take out?
No, there were not actually. You see the door crack open just a little bit, and that was it. So I don't
Mm.
think she opened the door as much as she thought she did.
That's
She
possible.
she was high as draft balls. So
Very nice.
Well, I'm about to text Lacey and be like, I better see titties in the next 15 minutes.
there we go. Hey, listen, we're not that
We'll
far
know
in.
if there's an applause or something.
Misogyny marked off. Quick.
Very nice. All right. Well, so obviously you didn't get divorced, Mike.
No, I would never. She's way too good for me, and if I ever lose her, I'm probably not getting another one. So
And you do
know,
have a
Mike-
basement.
I feel that.
what's that?
You got a basement. You can just chain her.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, this is Ohio, so
Or a swift
not
backhand.
unheard of.
It's Cleveland.
Yeah, it's a little bit different than the Alabama justice that Matt is becoming used to now.
Oh, yeah. The swift
Why-
backhand usually settles that issue real
That's why
quick.
Lacey always wears long sleeve shirts.
Yeah. You got to cover up all them bruising.
Didn't know what a switch was until I moved out here. Whoosh. Very nice. All righty. Well, that was fun. I'm glad that you and producer Amber are still going.
Yes, we're still kicking, but dude, I don't understand it. I have some sort of disease, mental disorder, because numbers and shit like that, when they're like it drives me crazy.
I have to assume that's a super common thing in general amongst humans is that we like things a certain way, and numeric stuff fits into that a ton, I'm sure. But look, any armchair psychologists out there that want to say, what sort of OCD or whatever that is, I'm sure just chime in the comments.
Watch any of our shows, from this show or the Lyman Lounge, you watch me move around, I got something going on.
There's some sort of tism there.
I don't know what it is.
What was the saying, Gills? Is I didn't get hit with it, but I got nicked.
I got it.
That dude is fucking hilarious.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Look.
my camera doesn't shake anymore either.
Yeah. So, what did you do, Mike, to appease the situation? Was it just an argument, or did it just?
No, I turned it to fucking 20, and then I was like, "Why would you do that? What is the matter with you?" Obviously, joking. I'm not a complete miserable asshole, but I was like, "Why don't not 19? No, not 19 ever. Never an acceptable number."
All right, fair enough. Well, look, that's almost as crazy as the shit that I did today to appease the woman.
Oh,
but I did it out of the kindness of my
pegging?
heart. And I did you just say pegging?
Yeah, that's where I thought you were going with it.
She just got home, and there wasn't enough time for that. But we'll get into that conversation in a moment.
wait, we're talking
Whoa.
tonight.
But
Yeah, I like it. I like
but
what
no,
it's headed.
I went to Tucson today for a medical appointment, and I'll say the loud part now. It was for my ding-a-ling, just because you got to make sure everything's working properly.
For
But
sure.
either way, after that, I spent an extra probably an hour and a half in Tucson today, jumping from grocery store to grocery store in order to find these new fucking hot Cheeto dill pickle flavored fucking things that
sounds
just got
terrific.
released last Tuesday, because Hannah's a hot Cheeto fiend and a dill pickle fiend, and she's been wanting them, and I just was like, all right, I'm up here. They ain't gonna have it in old Sierra Vista. We're not cool enough yet, though. This town is fucking growing, fellas, but they didn't have that shit down here, so I decided to go to every grocery store up in fucking Tucson, it felt like, until I fucking found them, and then I bought 4 fucking bags so I didn't have to come back. So she got some expensive ass fucking Cheetos, and she tried them. She's like, all right.
That's tough. Hey, you know what? Did she appreciate the gesture?
I'm sure she did. We'll see how much she appreciates it later.
Yeah, there we go.
I bet she
Amber's-
didn't.
Amber's one of those the dill pickle freaks. I don't know about the flaming hot Cheeto thing, but
Yeah.
Amber will eat dill pickles and any like pickle pizza. She orders the shit out of that, and it's disgusting.
Is that
Well, I think didn't we get that something like that when the Vanilla Gorilla?
Yeah, the vanilla
Vitamin and I were out
gorillas.
there with you.
Yeah, we were at Beerhead.
Fantastic place.
Yeah,
I've done
Well,
a cheeseburger pizza that had pickles on it, and it was pretty badass, actually.
There's like you can go too overboard with it. Now,
Mhm.
you're not a pickle guy, right?
me no. And if it comes from a cucumber, pretty much fuck that thing.
Yeah, I remember. My memory is terrible, part of my mental disorder, man. Just memory loss out the
Cucumbers are
ass.
the worst thing.
But I remember you just
God
having a weird palate when we used to work out here together. There's just a lot of things that are like no go, not happening.
I love pickles.
Cucumber is
like
the
all
one.
shapes and sizes.
Yep, anything
Doesn't
phallic, really.
Really.
Bet you do.
Popsicles, corn
Yeah, I
dogs.
fucking do.
You know,
But I
the
eat them for
raw
the shape.
carrot. Yeah, the raw carrot. You know, anything that's phallic.
Bro, you know what? I got a funny fucking story.
Hey, Matt, what are you
Right?
holding in your hand right there, bro?
Cigar?
Oh, okay. Phallic shaped object, or you're just
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
All right.
So we're fucking hanging out, right? And actually, I want to ask you guys. Well, I'll ask you after this, right? So we're hanging out.
5.5 inches hard.
Right, exactly. And Lacey comes out. We got some friends over, and she's bringing like a little this treat tray out, like salami and carrots.
Charcuterie board.
Yeah, exactly. And she brings out carrot sticks, right? Which, by the way, are fucking superior to any other form of carrot. And we're eating those carrots, and we're
I like the
talking about
babies.
how they're better than the baby carrots you get. And I'm like, yeah, they're kind of slimy. It's probably because of how they're processed and everything like that. She goes, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, they've got to be cut down and like rounded off and all this. And she's like, they grow like this. I was like, what? It's like, there's no fucking way these carrots fucking grow like this, right? Like, and then my two buddies that were there chimed in, like backing her up. They're like, yeah, dude, you ever seen like the root stem on the back of the carrot? I'm like, dude, I know I've been drinking, but there's no fucking way these fucking carrots grow in this shape, period. There's no way.
I don't believe that either.
Honestly, I don't know how a fucking baby carrot comes to be. Now I feel
I don't
stupid.
either.
They're big
I
carrots. They're
always
big
assumed
carrots
they were
ground
shaped
down to baby carrots.
Right.
I'm
no,
about
actually,
to be a 36-year-old man, and I'm interested.
this how baby, because I had to so in that moment I was 3 against 1. I was half drunk. I probably whole drunk. And
You are like 3.5 dudes though inside.
it's true. So I gave in. I was like, you know what? I'll live to fight another battle, right? Well, the next morning when I was sober, I was like, I'm gonna fucking Google this, and looked it up. And I was like, you guys are all fucking retarded, like all of you. Like they take a whole carrot, they cut it in 2-inch sections, and then it grinds it into the shape.
Yep.
And it was a very glorious victory for me. But I was like, why would you even think? That's like saying that fucking chocolate milk comes from brown cows. You know what I mean? Like,
Wait.
that's
Spoilers, guys. Spoilers.
Hold up. Our FBI agent right now is probably freaking the fuck out.
oh yeah.
He's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Do we have one collective FBI agent now amongst the 4 of us?
I think there's
Or-
got to be one at least assigned to the channel. We
Right.
talked
Fair
about
enough.
too much political crap, especially before the new cycle, the golden age took over, where we were saying some naysayer type stuff towards the.
Sorry, don't
current
worry. I'll be the
administration.
one that gets us in trouble in the golden age.
Don't worry, their funding will get pulled soon enough. Don't worry.
He's just that guy. He's gay. It's okay though. The other guys, all right. It's all right. We'll figure it out.
That wasn't
and
bad, That wasn't bad. I liked it.
And you got to get good at the impression. We got 3.5 more years of this, or less, maybe. I don't know if things go really bad.
I don't know if I got it in me. I'm decent at like some accents. I don't know about an impression though.
Yeah, but look,
my God.
like I'm sure that we're gonna get into some political stuff before too long here, but I'm trying to extend out the fun before we have to get too much into the crazy world that is politics. So with that in mind, and getting back to the pagan conversation, I'm wondering what the financial amount would be for you guys to have sex with a dude. Everyone's got a limit, right?
Hold on, you got to define sex.
Okay, that's fair. Very fair.
Yeah,
point.
like-
Am I pitching or catching?
Right.
Yeah. Well, look, this is where
Because
we have
there's
to start
different
defining
prices.
some
You know what I
boundaries.
mean?
We have to just start defining some boundaries, for sure. Because what
Hey,
happens in Taiwan or whatever, or not Taiwan,
Thailand?
Filipinos, and is
Thailand.
It happens in Bangkok. Stays in Bangkok.
like
I love banging cocks.
I
know
think
why
that
we call it
there's
Bangkok.
definitely ways to make it more appealing. Not that any of it's appealing, to me personally. And if that's your bag, baby, do your thing. I like no harm, no foul.
That's also another valid point. The price would also be variable depending on the dude, right? Is it like a really feminine tie boy?
That's what I'm
boy,
gonna
that
say. Like,
sounds fucking really bad, but like, of age, feminine
Yeah,
male,
there you go.
are we talking about a fully
With
transitioned dude?
FBI?
right? Full breast,
A
like,
dude fully transitioned to female, where it's just
or
mock
are you
parts
guys
down
like,
there?
or is it Weideman? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no one wants that. No one wants that. Sorry,
the
love you,
vanilla
Dave.
gorilla himself.
The vanilla gorilla.
Right.
Man.
There's going to be
Some
some
silverback action.
variable pricing in here.
All right. So we'll go a little bit more defined here then with the question. All right. Butt fucking. You
Receiving?
pitching. You're pitching as the butt fucker, and the dude. Oh boy, Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah, not a terrible looking guy. Old.
No, I mean,
Might be a little
Correct,
stretched
Kevin
out from
Costner.
Hollywood.
fuck John Dutton, I guess.
And you know he's got the money to pay it.
That's true. Here's the thing: if you're gonna do something that compromises you and the things that you are, you can't go anything less than $1 million, right?
Right.
I might.
I mean, look, talking about it and then seeing the cash money in hand is like, if you're just pitching, I mean, really, is it even?
Emo, hold on. Here's the thing, though. Are you
A hole's a hole.
How are you? Is it a hole? Are you using some pharmaceuticals to make this happen, or are you going to be just ready to go for Kevin Costner?
I don't know. Like if it's a glory hole type situation, I just have to see Kevin Costner's ass hanging
what's
through
the
the
point
wall.
of the glory hole if we're giving it a name? If we're giving him Kevin Costner's name?
Well, you have to pick a dude.
Well, yeah. So are you going to be ready to go, or are you going to have to use some little blue pills to be ready to do what you got to do?
Probably
because at that point
latter.
you're pounding out Kevin Costner for 4 hours.
Gotta get rid of this priapism somehow. I came an hour or two ago, but
This might be the gayest conversation I've ever had.
yeah, it might be. But look, this
Probably
is the
not.
hard-hitting stuff that we bring to you here. Look, for me, the starting price point immediately has to go to whatever it would take to make me 100% debt-free.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Right.
then, of course, there's a servicing fee above that because
Right.
There-
I mean,
I
come on.
gotta have fun money after the debt is gone.
yeah.
I mean, I would be like, you'd hope for fuck you money. Fun money is great.
You would hope for fuck you money, but dudes be fucking butts out there like it's fucking
That's
nothing
true.
these days.
That's true.
All right.
For free.
Yeah, for free. So
Ugh.
this is where
Uh,
we get in the nitty-gritty conversation. Like I said, the starting point, and I'm not saying yes to it, but the starting point for me has to be make me debt-free. And then we go on from there.
That's the
tough
only
one.
logical answer. I feel like you can't non-starter if I'm not completely debt free.
Now this is the problem. Is someone who's just a financial guru and they've like, I got $20,000 in debt. You're gonna fucking use butt for 20 grand?
No.
I'm gonna rack a fuckload of debt first.
right.
That's a problem. Well,
Well, I mean,
you have to have
it's all
you
going
have to
to
have
be
a contract
personal.
then. You have to have
It's all
a
gonna be-
contract then.
I'm
It's all going to
buying
be dependent on the person.
fourplex properties and all sorts of shit.
But then again,
Yeah.
here's the other part, right? So you're really faced with this decision that you have to make, and they're like, "Look, let's just say that 500 grand is your debt, like including mortgage, all that, obviously." And then they're like, "Look, we're not giving you. I'm not giving you 500, but I got 250 sitting in this briefcase."
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
No.
Are you really not doing it? That you
Really
know what I
Not
mean?
worth it, bro.
That won't even pay my house off.
I'm really not doing it. At least I'm not telling anybody I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like we all say we're not doing it, but in the fucking dark, in the midst sweaty corner of that fucking room, you're gonna be like, "Fuck." It's like, what's 10 minutes, right? 250 grand.
let me flip the script on you.
10 minutes. Does it take you that long to take your shoes off?
No, if I'm wearing my boots,
How
Fair enough.
if the script is flipped here,
Yeah.
I can barely touch them.
Uh,
By the way,
how much money in that say, like you say, yeah, okay, like the starting point was 500 grand, now it's down to a quarter mil. Would you do it or not? What's your level to let your old lady get pounded out by a dude
Ooh.
to wipe your debt
oh,
free?
I feel like that would actually be harder to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be harder to do.
More
Be
money.
careful saying harder right now, but
Yeah.
because your boy's bricked up below the screen. But yeah, that like me, I can speak probably for a lot of us. The mental traumas are there, and then we take them and we put them in that little dark space. But I don't ever want to think about someone doing anything to my girl.
No, I don't think I could.
No.
I honestly don't think I don't think that there's really any price that I could. Like, obviously, maybe is a price, but I don't know, or I don't think I could really fathom. Like you just said, just the thought of the hypothetical fucking gives me anxiety and stress and fucking all. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking horrible. I don't know if I can do it.
I know that I've generally kind of had this conversation with my wife, and if it's life-changing money, she would be super pissed off if I did not do it. On the
Maybe.
device, I don't think there's any way in hell. You know, I don't like people touching my things. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, a big moral lesson, and everyone can play this thought experiment with your family, not here on the show, but you know, everyone watching the show can take this home, play who would fuck who for how much. But the
By the
moral
way,
of the story is we
We
would
would have
love
an
to.
argument with your wife.
Yeah. I got one that could bring us into the weeds a little bit. Would you?
We're all down for selling our bodies, just not our.
I already did it once. The army got a fucking good chunk of it.
Yeah, they did.
Good point. All right,
And we
Matt.
all gained it back when we got out.
Took some fucking work.
So, do you think that you could? Now, this is off the money portion. Could you do a threesome with your old lady, not with a dude, with a girl?
No.
nope.
Wow, with a girl.
With a
Here's
girl,
the thing.
I could.
That's going to make the entire everything becomes awkward as soon as you add.
I
Something.
know, right?
Matt, you're trying
don't-
to get me killed.
Right? Yeah. No, for sure.
Listen,
We all know what you're supposed
Answer's
to
no,
say, you
Evo.
know?
everybody dreamed it, right? Actually, here, no man has ever dreamed of having sex with more than one girl at a time. That's wrong. However, like obviously, you're like that idea sounds really cool when you're single or when you're not in a committed, loving relationship.
Well, you're
where you
super
want
young,
to-
right? Like in your fucking early 20s.
Yeah, you're in your early 20s. You're in college the first time,
Yeah.
and you're like, you know what sounds great? 2 chicks at once.
Look,
Right.
that scares me. I don't want to disappoint 2 chicks.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, I don't think I could fucking handle it mentally, really. I think it would fuck me up worrying about how it would affect the wife. You know what I mean? Like
this is
What if
the
she
thing.
likes it more?
that would also fuck me up.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't think I don't know if I can handle it mentally. Like anything that comes down to like
Such
my
an
wife and the
interesting
marriage.
term.
The thing that has been brought before is like there's too much jealousy involved
Mm-hmm.
for both me and for Hannah. Like both of us would be jealous regardless of the situation,
Yeah.
bringing
Right.
any sort of third in there. And so I was like,
Rightfully so.
what if it was just like a duplicate of you? And like I still think there would be a jealousy factor. It would, at the end of everything, there would be a Darwinistic fight to the death. Only one survives
Right.
because
Yeah, but-
someone's dying at the end of that. It's a Black Widow
Is
situation.
it actually a clone? Because then would it matter? We can turn this into a whole fucking Christopher
God.
Nolan film real quick.
Yeah.
Look, I think
Inception
it
of
definitely
pussy.
would matter. Like I literally had a conversation with Lacey today where she's been working out and she ran 4 miles today, by the way, guys. That's fucking nuts. I know, right?
Good job,
Uh,
Lacey.
And she sends before and after pictures, like side by side. She like cameoed them or whatever together. And she's like, I'm just getting fatter, you know, and I can't even see, like, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. Right. But she also didn't label which one was before and which one was after. Right. So when I come home from work, she's, you know, I'm boosting her confidence. I'm like, you look great. Like, you know, you're saying that you look fatter or whatever, but like, honestly, look, in this one,
Oh no.
No.
Your waist actually does come in more. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was before, wasn't it?
She's
you
like,
fucked up.
Which one looks skinnier then? Which one is it? Luckily, I actually did guess the right one, but it was
you
sock.
should have. That man instinct should have taken over and said, "They're the same picture."
So my
Because you're
wife
the
doesn't
same
even
person, and 4
my wife
miles
doesn't
isn't
even
going to
have a
make that
clone.
difference.
She doesn't even have a clone, and she still argues over pictures of herself. Right.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine if there was a clone.
With body dysmorphia is a thing. I feel it too. It's
Yeah.
fucked up. Oh, well, that was a good one, guys. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Well, that was
Matt-
an interesting turn into
Matt's down for a
whole
$250,000.
interesting side of everybody's sexual lives.
I'm just being as real as you guys want to be. You know what I mean?
We like to keep it raw here sometimes.
Yeah,
But that's look. If there's any eligible gentlemen out there who want to just get rid of a $250,000, there's a guy in Alabama who, despite his overall huge stature, is only going to pleasure you with about 3 inches, and it's probably going to rock your world. So,
Yeah. Guaranteed.
Copenhagen can.
yeah, absolutely. It's about hitting the walls, not how far you get down the mud hole.
You know, scientifically speaking, the vagina
here we go.
really only has like the sensors like for 3 inches. So I'm fucking doing fine. Okay.
Oh boy.
Anything
How do you
past
know
is
that,
just
Matt?
overkill.
What
Huh?
sort of research have you done to know that?
Look, it just came up on my TikTok. Okay.
So, yeah.
TikTok. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wait, hold on. It come up anywhere. Where other places that have an algorithm where that might have shown up? that you generate with your searches. Oh,
Anyways,
All right.
next topic.
yeah. Let's not
topic.
talking about little dicks
Oh, God.
before everybody here gets embarrassed.
All right. Should we start killing all the whales?
Listen,
Is there context?
you can probably
context to this?
convince me that the answer is yes.
Look, I've just seen there's been
Because
a
I don't
rash
give a
of
fuck
whale
about the
attacks. There's been a rash of whale attacks. Did you guys see the recent video from Chile where there's a kayaker that almost gets swallowed up
I
by
did
a
see
whale?
that.
And then there was one off the coast of California recently as well, almost gets swallowed up by a whale. Like, I think they might know something. They might be trying to fucking start some shit. And
Maybe.
after the whole Steve Irwin incident with the fucking stingray, like, we need to keep these animals in check. Remind them who the fucking alpha is here. Like,
I mean, I'm not against it.
what do they provide us, really? This isn't Star Trek 4 where we got to bring the whales back to fucking save the world or whatever, you know.
Was that
And
a Star Trek movie?
Star Trek 4, baby, the voyage
We're
home.
always told that they balance the ecosystem, right? Without them, then another part would it could be overpopulated or something, right? Like
You're
isn't that
right.
how it goes?
That's how everything works. But
Right.
typically, the fucking system balances itself out when something gets schwacked. Like when the rhinoceros died, the white rhino, the ecosystem changed, but
And a lot more cars got broken into from the black rhino. Is that what you're trying to say?
Damn.
Golly, Mike.
That's
We
really
try to
fucked
keep
up,
this
Mike.
show not racist.
But-
That's not
Fucking
making
Mike,
the cut.
But look,
one of these times I'm gonna fucking play the episode from the very beginning, and
we'll all be fun.
yeah,
And we all be good politicians. But no, like if all the whales were gone, yes, the ocean would be a lot less salty without all the cum. But like,
And urine.
what else is the whale providing?
I
And
know
they
they're
started
supposed to
some shit.
provide like makeup and shit, right? That's how you do makeup, whale blubber, or is that some old wives' tale that I'm?
Don't they use it for glue too? Like,
Now it's horses. I thought.
That's-
I
oh
don't.
yeah,
horse
no,
dudes.
you're right. You're right.
Horse
That's fucking
dudes.
horses.
I don't know.
And what's
That's
wrong
a-
with slaughtering?
Is that
horses?
real
Exactly.
though, or is that just some stupid shit that we were told when we were kids? Because there's a lot of that.
I know that
the
blubber
whale
was
blubber?
used for a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Whale
like
blubber, I think, is
Inuits.
used in cosmetics.
It might be. For
I don't know if
cosmetic.
horses are actually turned into glue. Like the old wives' tale that your blood is fucking blue inside your body.
Mhm.
It's not. It's fucking
It's
red.
not. It's just not oxygenated or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not oxygen. That's not even remotely fucking true. It's red.
Mm.
It's a different shade of red, but it's fucking
Why do
red.
I have blue veins then, Mike? Explain that.
Well, Matt, the way light works and refraction.
Someone call
Sounds
up
like
RFK.
it's blue inside my body, Mike.
Yeah.
Someone call up RFK.
Can I?
It's a Pandora's box situation. You don't
It
really
really
know
is.
until you open the body up, and then it's out there getting that oxygen.
Mike,
It's like how
Go
particles
ahead,
move,
brother.
like a gas.
whale
Like a
blubber
solid.
has been used in cosmetics
All right.
for like creams, lotions, oils, and stuff like that, but it has largely been phased out since because the whole like
Besides
ethical
whale
PETA,
bullshit?
yeah, PETA shit.
Isn't whale cum used for fucking lotions and shit too?
How are you collecting whale cum?
That's just you.
How many gallons does a whale come?
I assume.
Evo, I feel like
Wait.
you would know that.
You might need a belt and a stick of butter, dude.
Oh, you're gonna make me Google how much
Yeah, I am.
ejaculate does a whale.
I want to know
What's
how
up,
much
Matt?
and which whale comes the most.
Blue whale, gotta be giant penis.
Around 20 liters.
Hell yeah, that's a
All
good
right.
bit.
I don't know which whale this is for, but either way, I'm impressed. look-
5.3 gallons for those
Yes.
counting.
Jesus.
Just a
Yeah,
little
If
bit
you
of
don't,
milk.
if you don't know the fucking weird moose units that Evo said, the American Freedom units.
This is what Google gave me, fellas.
Yeah.
That's what Google gave me. But look, like the whales, like I said, I think that they're trying to start some shit. We recently had, look, one of their whales went down to fucking Hvaldimir, I think. Hvaldimir, the Russian spy beluga whale that they found off the coast of Norway. Did y'all
I'm
hear about that?
But you're gonna have to back up,
Yeah.
rewind. What the fuck did you just say?
What?
There
I
was
think
a
he said
Russian.
Voldemort. Are we talking about Harry Potter?
Yes, basically. Its name is like Hvaldimir, which
And it's a what whale? It's
a
say it
beluga
again.
whale, a beluga whale that is believed to be a Russian spy whale because it came on the coast of Norway and had a headgear on with like
Bro,
a
this is-
camera and shit, and it said like property of St. Petersburg, fucking Russia or some shit, and they think it was a spy whale or something.
This
like
is
that.
giving me Austin Powers, Dr. Evil vibes, bro.
I know, right? But I'm not fucking with you.
With freaking lasers on their heads.
It existed. It existed. And I say existed because it died of unknown causes in September.
Did it
But
say
it was out
something
there.
bad about Putin?
Maybe. I mean, it got found. It wasn't fighting on the front lines in Ukraine. It wasn't in Kiev. And so it wasn't worth their time anymore, I guess. I don't know. I'm just saying, everyone should keep an eye on the fucking whales, all right? You're okay, Matt. You're landlocked. You're landlocked basically
But
up there in Ohio. That I don't count the Great Lakes. It's not the ocean.
I will
don't
be
think there's any-
visiting the Gulf of America in May. So
Okay.
Off of America, presented by Home Depot, brought
Yes.
to you by whatever. Dude, I'm totally down. Slap as many fucking advertisings as you can on that bitch. Just like it's Ricky Bobby's windshield. I don't give a fuck.
We really
It's
are becoming
hilarious.
like
I love calling it the Gulf of America, and I can't stand Trump. It's so fucking funny.
we really are becoming like that fucking movie.
Idiocracy.
Yeah. It was a President Camargo or something like that. Or
Macho.
Camacho. Yeah.
Listen, it's what plants. It's got electrolytes. It's what plants crave.
Mm.
By the way,
Brondo.
salt. Number one electrolyte is fucking salt.
hmm It's awesome.
did I tell you guys how I killed my whole fucking lawn with salt?
I heard Evo's story about killing his whole lawn with salt.
Not
Yeah.
my lawn, but weeds. in
Well,
particular.
it all circles back to the wife and her great ideas. She wanted to refinish this table, and it was an old fucking really intricate wood table, and we just moved in here. And I was like, well, I'm not hand sanding this fucking thing. This is going to take way too much energy. So I went and got a soda blaster. You guys familiar? It's a sand blaster, but it shoots baking soda, basically. Right. So it's much less aggressive on wood. You can use it to take the finish off wood. Right. Very efficient. Well, what I didn't know was actually that is just kind of like salt. the way it breaks down. So I did the whole table in my backyard, and within about 3 days, the whole fucking yard was dead.
Nice.
Yeah.
So did you have to resod and everything?
No. I mean, it was basically yellow the whole year, and then the next year it came back. I threw some seed down. It was all right.
Got lucky.
Yeah. So if you're gonna soda blast something, don't do it in your yard.
Fair enough.
So,
Fair.
I don't know if you guys remember my house in Arizona. That when we first moved in, we had those vines on the back wall.
I don't recall.
Okay, so if you were not there, that's because I killed the vines, and I did that by fucking salting that entire spot, and then I lit all the vines on fire, dumped gasoline over the entire area, and fucking torched it, and just stood out in my backyard with a water hose.
Yep. And now you're applying to the PACT Act for being part of a burn pit.
Hell yeah.
I already did that. Those chemicals were in my lungs from Afghanistan and Iraq.
And you just
Not
exacerbated
Arizona.
them more. Hey, if you're not careful, Doge will come out and get you for that fraudulent fucking claim.
Hey, did you, Evo? Did you send
All
your
of my
report
shit
by the
has
way
scans.
to your boss?
My report. Oh, you mean the entire OPM email?
Yeah.
What did you do last week?
Yeah.
I did not. I've been instructed not to.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's
By
interesting.
multiple echelons from the government.
Yeah, but how does
Undersecretary of Defense, 1st Aviation Brigade, local management.
But how does that work though? Because like, here's the thing. Yeah, I mean, Doge is not within your chain of command. But if the idea is do this or this, you're going to be let go. And then it does end up coming down the chain from Trump down to, Hegseth, and then so on and so forth, or wherever that chain is, then you're fucked, right? There's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing your chain
Is
of
it
command
though?
can do.
Because if Eva, and then Matt, I don't mean to cut you off, but to the same token, if you have emails from your leadership, Evo, instructing you not to, that's clear. That's your cover right there. I was instructed by my direct leadership not to do this.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, then
it would-
they'll pick that up with your leadership if it becomes that big of a problem, right? Like where we're
Yeah.
working at people being released.
It's
It's their resignation.
OPM, for anyone that doesn't know, Office of Personnel Management. They're basically like HR for the government in many facets. However, it is still like a separate chain. Like Department of Defense is its own thing. It would be like if the person in charge of the Postal Service sent an email to everyone in the Army and said that you need to fucking tell me what your middle name is. There's like no
Right.
requirement for us to fucking actually abide by that.
Sure.
OPM is its own agency as of right now. It can't like direct this to everybody. However, if it does come down through the correct channels, then yeah, like everyone answers the email. I don't see any issue with it personally.
Right.
When I saw that, I thought it was funny, and I was like, this
Right.
is going to be the easiest thing ever, because unlike a lot of shitty NCOs that we've probably known in the past that have to really zhuzh up their NCO ERs to get that promoted above peer status, like it's been busy fucking work down here at Fort Huachuca
Right.
and the southern fucking border, man. I've been busy as fuck, and with initiatives that come from the big man himself. So I'm pretty sure that I can list out 5 things approximately that I've done in the past week and not have it be an issue.
Well,
It's
I
just
I'm not.
don't think any of that matters.
me.
I don't think that. Go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
No. I was
So
going to
gonna
ask a question I shouldn't ask him.
What I was going to say was, I don't think it really fucking matters what you put in it, to be honest. They're not going to read it. It's not that. I really think it comes down to trying to eliminate or identify, should I say, the people who have been collecting a fucking DAC paycheck remotely and also running a side hustle or running 2 and 3 jobs and not doing a fucking thing for the government. I think that's what it really is coming down to, which
Yeah,
is a fucking problem, dude. There's like people on fucking TikTok who are like promoting their business, like, yeah, I work remotely, so I started this business, and really, it's like they just fucking run this business. That's all they really actually do. You know what I mean?
It's definitely a pervasive problem. And it was interesting. the timeline that it came out outside of normal work hours, like over the weekend. This email
Yeah.
came out. So it's way more easily geared towards those people that are still teleworking that aren't supposed to be, because teleworking was canceled. Like
Right.
the government said no more telework.
Well, they postponed that here. I don't know why or how, but our government guys, they got told that date has been postponed and to be determined.
I don't know. I can't fly a fucking Gray Eagle teleworking, essentially.
Right.
So we're all fucking boots on ground doing our thing.
I mean, you
Get a
can.
beach.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna, let me sign one of those out and take it home.
Obviously, you're not fucking getting
Yeah.
clearance from anywhere, and yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but
I know the intricacies, but it's fun to joke because not everybody who's going to see this will know all of that. The whole government employee thing. Yeah, listen, when you're a government employee, sometimes you get away with some shit. You really do. There are people who are absolutely taking advantage of their government positions. I do not think that is a vast majority, though. I think that while this needs to be done, I think what Doge is doing overarchingly is a good idea. Absolutely needs to be done in most of it. The things that are surrounding it, like this email, I do not think that there is a huge overarching problem that the majority of government workers are not doing anything. I think a lot of people have roles that some people don't understand.
Yeah, look, I think that if they are like implementing this mass email thing and it actually ends up going through, Elon, if anybody, has the ability to utilize AI to synthesize basically a word search thing that can go through everything and start to identify people who have obviously fucked around on the email, who are lying, different things like that. Like, there is ways for AI to fucking comb through this stuff really quick and start to pull out like offenders of some sort, right? Which I'm all for. And to your point, Mike, Doge, while it's a meme name and all this shit, a hefty, thorough audit of the government is extremely necessary, because there's fraud, misuse, waste all over the place.
Oh, it's terrible.
But the place where the fraud is the most, and here's the thing, that if for some reason we ever do, this thing ever pops, this is the thing that will get us deplatformed. The majority of the fraud is not by the individuals working in the government. The majority of the fraud that is happening inside of the government is coming from the people who are in power in the government.
Oh,
and that fraud, as much as we'd like to think that it's going to be stamped out, it's probably fucking not. A portion of it will be.
Yeah.
The left sides will be. The rights is going to fucking prosper and flow just like the goddamn lefts did for a while. This is the pendulum swinging back and forth, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be Mr. Doom and Gloom, even though that's not what my therapist tells me I should do. But that is the way this shit has always kind of worked. I am very proud of everything that I did with my federal service, my military service. But I can sit here and say that our government is probably the most corrupt government on the planet right now. And it's not getting any better. We are seeing corruption every single day with Doge, because all of that bullshit that was sent to those places where it shouldn't have been sent to, all that money, that's corruption. We know that that's money laundering, right?
Yeah.
We're only seeing one half of it, because I guarantee if one side's doing it, the other one is too, because everybody knows they can get fucking paid.
100%.
Yeah, like what you're bringing up is USAID. What a lot of people initially saw, the first agency that was gone after was USAID, which sounds good, right? US providing aid, except for aid stands for Agency for International Development. That's not providing aid. That's just providing funds. And those funds, I think any common sense, sane individual that's a citizen or not a citizen would be like, what the fuck, right? $50 million to fund condoms in Gaza. Why? $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia workplaces. $70,000 for the production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 to a transgender comic in Peru. Like the list is insane. We're talking $7.9 million to a project that would teach Sri Lankan journalists to avoid using binary gendered language.
And those are easy ones, right? Those
Yeah.
are the easy things. The things that are really intriguing to me right now and kind of fucked up to me are like the ones where I just read about one today where we spent or sent over $2 billion over to Haiti whenever they were trying to recover from those earthquakes. And ultimately, there's nothing to show for it. Like nothing actually was done with that money. There was like only a total of a handful of houses that were actually built. It was supposed to be to help rehome all the citizens that were, fucking out of a house now, like and dealing with all this trauma. And supposedly there was like reported 170,000 or something like that, 200,000 people that were rehomed with this funds, but there's no proof of that, and there's nothing that shows that was actually done. But that's what was reported. You know what I mean? So it's things like that to where the ones about, teaching transgenderism, yeah, those are easy cuts, but it's the ones where it's like, oh yeah, we sent money for this cause, but in reality, it filtered where? You know what I mean? Where whose pockets did those go to? We're going to see a lot of it with Ukraine as well,
Absolutely. And look, part of this, USAID was founded in 1961 by JFK, partially because what was it called before? It was the Department of Defense. It was the War Department or something like that is what the DOD was called. Back in World War II, they were giving money to the Italian mafia in Italy to get information on shit that was going on in Europe, or to run basically counterinsurgency site tactics versus the Nazis. And they were having to give them money for this. And they're like, this shit kind of works. We should make this into a fucking program. And that started going into the CIA, and the CIA was like, well, we can't directly do this and have it be tied. So they have USAID, which then is basically like a shell corporation. They send money out for $50 million for condoms in Gaza, and $1 of that goes towards a condom in Gaza, and the rest of it goes towards something else in the area. Or you see this kind of locally in California. There's agencies that work towards getting homeless off the street, and they'll get $2 million from the state or something like that for their agency to help out. Meanwhile, the CEO of that agency is making $500,000+ a year. Just one person making a quarter of their budget. So it's like there's fraud. There's all sorts of misappropriation that's going to be happening. Doge is finding this out little by little. We all know it's there. We've turned a blind eye because it's felt like there's nothing that we can do. But finally, some of this stuff is getting ratted out. And to your point, Mike, I'm sure that there is stuff, A, on the left side that's going to slip through the cracks, and B, on the right side that's just not going to be looked at. A blind eye is going to be turned to it. The hope is that it's just going to kind of be a wide sweeping movement, but we know that no matter what, stuff is going to slip through the cracks. My kind of point with this is it's better that there's some change happening than none.
At least something's happening, because something has to happen.
Yeah. So I can agree with that. Even as somebody who is not a Donald Trump fan, I actually do like Elon. I
throw up the salute.
I'm not doing that.
You didn't have a problem doing it before we started. My heart
goes out to him. However, there you go. Like this, Elon. My heart goes out to you, not you fucking. Yeah. Just like this. Not from here. Not from here. We don't go.
Going to bed in 10 minutes.
Yep.
What the fuck was that?
Alexa, shut
up. So listen, I don't even remember where the fuck I was going now. I like Doge. I like Elon. It needs to be found out. We have got to stop the corruption. But I think that I think the right side is also a little naive in thinking that there's not corruption going on the right side.
Oh, yeah.
Elon is going to make a fuckload of money off of this. There are people who are in positions of power who are going to be in greater positions of power with fuckload more money on the right side when all of this is said and done. The same shit that happened when Biden was running when Biden was in office. They fucking had their heyday, and they were USA and the most dumb shit you could possibly fucking with Sesame Street in fucking Iran or some shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's all dirty. We can talk about this in sports. You can talk about it in fuck everything. It's money. It's all dirty, and every single one of these motherfuckers has their hands in the cookie jar.
And the hope would be, as someone who wants to use our MRT here and
Yes.
glass half full this shit,
Good stuff.
would be, hey, they start finding some top Republican dudes that are in some shady shit, and they fucking take them down. Because then I think for the left side, they're going to be like, whoa, they're going at their own.
You have
And
to go.
I think that Elon isn't just a right-wing conservative. He was generally considered liberal up until the past several fucking years.
I think that
A
Elon
capitalist,
would
but-
consider doing it. I do not know if the powers that be will let it happen because Elon is not elected. Elon can be moved and done anything with.
And Vivek Ramaswamy is fucking going to be your new governor. So
Yes,
he's not.
I think he probably will be. So,
But
the people of Ohio, well, the liberals of Ohio are about to have their fucking heads explode.
this is the thing, though. Elon basically runs the largest social media platform opposite of Facebook right now. If he finds this sort of shit and they basically tell him, hey, don't pull the trigger on fucking calling this out, he has the easiest way to put this out to everybody. And so I think that they're playing kind of a dangerous game with Elon if they want to play that whole like, hey, look the other way on certain things. Because I think that he does have some integrity. Like he might be autistic, and that means he's just going to call it as he sees it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he's got
some
that
balls.
sort of shadiness in him. I don't know. Again, I'd like to think that that's how it would go. We'll see. But I mean, you are seeing Doge is moving audit one place to the other. Department of Defense over the next 5 years has to shave, I think, $5 billion per year off of its budget, which is an insane amount. That directly affects me and stuff like that in what is more of a, except for the top echelons, probably more of a conservative leaning group in many ways. But like they're going to go through everything. They are not going to be a perfect dragnet where they catch all the fraudulent use. But I think it's probably going to make some buttholes pucker. And if anything, it might make some people tighten up their shot group and hide their shit even more. That's the scary part too. You're never going to catch everything. But hopefully we're catching big swaths. And then you can get your little stimulus check that you want to talk about.
Yeah, so we're going to fucking talk about that because that's a perfect transition, right? So I think that what Doge is doing is great. And I think that them hunting out all of this shit, this fraud, this waste, this abuse is absolutely needed because it's going to drive us into a default as a country. I don't know if you guys remember, was it like fucking 2012 Greece defaulted? And it was not a pretty picture.
No.
At all.
We don't want that to happen.
No, it would be super, super bad. So finding all of this fraud, waste, and abuse and stopping it is super important. What doesn't make any motherfucking sense to me is that it's already fraud, waste, and abuse. It's gone. It's done. You're not getting it back. However, Doge is going to give you the Doge dividend, as we spoke before the opening credits of this thing.
The DDC.
The second opening credit.
The second opening credits, because Matt didn't introduce either one of them.
Yeah, my bad. I'm a piece of shit.
It's a fucking stimulus check. It's a new name for a stimulus check because all the money that has been wasted is already gone and wasted. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that money and we're going to bring it back. We're just not going to waste it anymore. We're going to give 20% of it to the people because their tax dollars were wasted. You get taxes back every year. Most of your shit's not wasted. That's not how taxes work. And then 80% is going to be reinvested. The 20% is a stimulus check. It's just a new name for it. They're churching up the same idea of making people happy with a check in their pocket. It is all the same thing when it comes down to it. We talked before the show. The stimulus check was designed to help stimulate the economy. You're supposed to go out and spend it in restaurants. Motherfuckers paid their bills with it. You do with that money whatever you want, the same as every single one of us probably. I'm gonna guess. Spent our fucking clothing allowance every year in the army on alcohol.
Hookers and
or strippers or whatever it was, whatever your vice was in the army, that's what you spent your clothing allowance on. It wasn't new fucking uniforms. You kept 2 of those bitches off to the side anyways. You only wore 2 to begin with because you're not a fucking retard. And then you had 2 new ones when you had to do new, like, important shit. So the idea that, oh, we're going to get this money and it's Doge money. It's a fucking stimulus check. It's the same shit the Democrats tried to do to buy votes. The same shit that happened with COVID. It is the same play that our government has been running for fucking decades.
Well, they haven't given this sort of money back. $5,000. I mean, that's a good down payment on an 18% interest charger.
$5,000.
God damn it!
But look, I'll take money where I can get it.
Okay,
I don't
so
give a fuck. My issue is you keep on calling it a stimulus check, and the stimulus check again was called a stimulus check because it was meant to stimulate the economy. What it gets used for doesn't really matter. I think my issue with it is, let's just say the original stimulus checks that we got during COVID shouldn't have been called a stimulus check in the first place. It was just called Patsy money. We're getting another Patsy money check because it's not meant to stimulate anything other than fucking my boner.
Hell yeah.
It's supposed to appease the masses for a short amount of time so they can do whatever the fuck it is that they're doing.
Sure, but the difference as well is that those stimulus checks that went out back in COVID time, not everyone got it. I didn't get it. I had a job that I was still working.
Yeah.
This one is supposed to go back to everybody. As long as you're not Mexican, I think.
Illegal. You mean illegal? Not if you're Mexican, you can still get it as long as you're supposed to be here.
No, you'd be an American then, right, Matt?
Be a Mexican.
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
Mexican.
Back me up here.
In the country on a green card.
100%.
Yeah,
I love Mexicans.
But I'll say that I'm down. I feel like if they found all of this fucking issue, all this money that was being misappropriated, and all of a sudden they cut it off and they say, okay, now we've got this backlog of money coming in, hitting this wall that is no longer getting used for fucking all this US GAID shit. Some of that coming back to me, whether it's actually coming back or not, me getting money from the government feels like a step in the right direction, right? Like, I understand where you're coming from and getting at and everything, and that money's already gone. That is gone. But they've already appropriated, hey, we're going to use this much money from this year's taxes towards this shit. Now it's not.
Is literally just to appease people because all that money, it's fraud, waste, and abuse, right?
Well,
that's what they're saying it is. So
allegedly, yeah.
So then, if it's fraud, waste, and abuse, then why are we distributing it? It is a play.
No, of course.
Would you feel better if the government just kept it?
It's not going to fucking matter one way or the other. I mean,
it matters to me if I have $5,000.
Money? Do I like having money? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Government, give me more money. Just fucking subsidize my whole living. Fuck it. I mean, they basically do already.
If you're faced with two options,
right, China,
would you rather just not have $5,000, or would you rather have $5,000?
I would love to have the $5,000. I would love for people to see it for what it is, though, because I'm tired of all of this shit, man. Because we are fucking a couple months in, and it's probably just the environment that I am stuck in on a daily basis.
That's true.
I am so tired of dealing with the political climate. I just want to go to school. I just want to go and live my fucking life. It was so simple the last time that this happened because I was in fucking Iraq when Trump got elected and when everybody lost their collective fucking minds for no reason other than the fact that he's a colossal douchebag. like it is frustrating to watch all of these people bitch and complain and go off. I'm doing it right now. I'm fucking doing it right now. I'm
Yeah, you are
that problem.
fucking ranting like a real liberal.
Yeah.
You got to
And
get out of
I
Ohio,
feel it.
dude.
I
They're
hear it.
fucking turning
Don't
you into
worry.
a fucking Kamala supporter over there.
No,
Matt, his
that's
pubes
not
are blue. Mike's
Yeah,
pubes
they
are blue.
fucking are. They fucking are. I can
There's
tell it.
Oh man.
a little bit of glitter in there.
Blue with blueberry
I try
flavor.
to keep my pubes to a minimum, so producer Amber likes to put it in her mouth still.
Yeah, that's exactly what a liberal would say.
So I see how the Republican men do it, keeping it nice and hairy.
Hey,
Hell
we
yeah.
all got the beards so that we have a nice comfy seat.
That's right. That's right.
it.
True.
I just don't understand why we want to call one thing and another thing another. Why can't we, if we just would look through the gaze of bullshit?
Gays?
So many gays.
Gaze? The hue, the fog of bullshit that is always placed in front of us, we would get so much fucking farther. And
Well, it's all bullshit, Mike. It's all
I know.
bullshit. Now, you know,
it drives me fucking
I
crazy.
100% agree with you. I mean, of course, it's a play. Everything he does is a strategic chess
play.
move.
Not
You know?
he. Everybody.
Everybody. Everybody.
They're
But-
all okay. Hold on. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna say one more line to get us canceled real quick, and then I'll stop. Every single politician is a
Say the F word.
human. Not gonna do that piece of shit. Who we could easily do without. I'm not gonna
Agreed.
plan on that, but we could do without all of them.
Say it, Mike. Say
No, I'm not doing it.
All right.
Fantastic.
We're a fantastic person.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
I love it. But hey, look, I think we all know anyone who's not completely intertwined with the delusions that the government isn't messed up knows that money gets spent where it shouldn't, and that this is all just a play for getting votes or whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day,
And
I've resigned to the fact that that's happening to an extent.
Yeah.
I'll take the extra money. Same way that I've resigned to the fact that tariffs may or may not work out for us. But if it somehow ends up meaning that I don't have to pay taxes, which is one of the promises that
By the
they're
way,
working
it's
towards,
awesome. Not paying taxes is pretty dope.
that would be fantastic, right? So that I'm trying to be hopeful for the situation. Just like I hate the whole Trump is a Nazi thing.
He's not a Nazi, and I
You
don't
should-
like that either. I can't stand the man, and I don't like hearing people say, "Oh, he's a Nazi." Elon Musk is a Nazi. If that were the fucking case, if all of the people that were saying that Elon Musk and Donald Trump are Nazis, then all of those people are pussies. Every single one of them is a giant fucking pussy.
No. You need to stop.
If you compare that,
This is how you sign a riot.
11 million people were exterminated by the Nazis, and you're going to sit here and compare them to these guys, and you're going to sit on your ass like a fucking bitch and not do anything?
Don't say it. That's how you start January 6th.
This is great.
No possible way.
Where's my bison
Nazis.
helmet? Where's my bison
There is
helmet?
no
I'm fired
way
up.
You can think that they are actually Nazis and sit on your ass in a college classroom and be like, "Ooh, these guys are bad." Well, maybe fucking do something about it if you actually think they're capable of slaughtering 11 million people.
It's
Yeah,
all a show. It's all a show.
The point that I was going to make is that I hate that.
Producer Amber's down here.
You can disagree with the man, you disagree with the politics, but you should hope. You should absolutely hope for success as an American.
Yeah.
I thought Biden was an idiot. I hoped he just made it through and didn't ruin the country. But I had hope that was going to happen. And you should have the same sort of hope, even if you disagree with the man, his politics, the party, all that shit. And guess what? If you really disagree, are you going to send your $5,000 Doge check back? in
No.
protest? Probably not, right? Like I said, when it comes down to brass tacks, everyone's going to enjoy that little bit of extra cushion that they get from that. Same way that if they end up not having to pay taxes, they'll enjoy that little extra cushion that they have every year. Like
Hey,
those are possibly
$5,000 in America still buys you an automatic. Oh, it still buys you a AR-15 or
a couple if you're
True.
budgeting correctly.
AK-47. Yeah, whatever you want to do with that money, just in case.
Alrighty. Look, we are going to have to wrap this up. There's one thing that we didn't discuss last time that we really have to quick get into. How cute does Luigi Mangione look wearing a bulletproof vest and that little green sweater underneath?
No.
Don't tell me he didn't wear a green sweater to not be like Luigi from the Mario
Standing at the
Brothers.
back porch.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right. Alexa, let it rip.
Huh?
So we didn't talk about Luigi at all.
Right?
If you follow the Talk Facebook page, big fan. If you've listened to me talk tonight, you're a big fan. I'm interested to see the way this all shakes out because he's obviously guilty.
Right.
He's obviously guilty. There is no hiding it. It'll be what do they do with the punishment? Are they going to send a message?
I don't think it's obvious that he's guilty. I think that the odds are that he's probably guilty. But we've seen crazier shit.
We have.
Like if you
OJ got
really
awesome.
want to
There it is.
adorn the tinfoil hats,
I don't have one.
you can come up with some somewhat
make one.
plausible reasons why he might not be the guy. But maybe that's for another episode of the talk. But it's something that we will keep an eye on because like he's only had that like preliminary arraignment. Obviously, there's a lot of feelings about how this should go. Some of those feelings poured out onto the Facebook pages for Mike with some of our friends and associates and things like that.
Listen, I can get a
Get
little
heated.
I can get a little heated at times. I've been known to maybe be an asshole. And by maybe I mean for sure be an asshole.
No.
I don't.
And I listen, I don't get it right all the time. I apologize to the person I felt like I needed to apologize to more. I sent another apology kinda to the other person. Listen, I falter at times. I am very passionate about certain things. A lot of things at times. And this situation is one of them, especially when we start talking about insurance companies. I know what they do to people. I know how hard they are to deal with. And I sometimes let my emotions get a hold of me. So I will say.
Yeah. Look, it happens. And look, I know that at least some of us, if not all of us, I don't know everyone's deep, dark history, but I've taken lives. I probably have a distorted worldview of justice, morality, how much life means and stuff like that. So I have a different viewpoint on it than probably a lot of other people. Not necessarily just in this room, but just more ambiguously the world. So I definitely have my thoughts on it, just like you have your thoughts on it, Mike. It's okay to be passionate about that.
Yeah.
But that's definitely probably a conversation for us to have another episode when the court case gets a little bit more deep into it, because you know that shit's going to be televised because someone's got to make some money off this shit. Probably going to be sponsored by United Healthcare, or if not them, one of their competitors. That shit will be fucking awesome. Blue Cross Blue Shield brings you the Mangione case.
Blue Cross Blue Shield brings you the Mangione case featuring Gulf of America.
Yes.
Dope. That would be fucking dope. All right. Let's wrap this thing up, fellas.
Hell yeah. I have got to pee so bad.
Same.
Well, for only $100,000, you can do it on Matt, apparently.
Ooh.
100.
We didn't really discuss that variable, but I can.
It's one of the upgrades, right? One of the upgrades.
Oh,
I might be
Alrighty.
more willing to let somebody pee on me than the alternative.
I would do that.
Okay,
For
now we got to talk about
no,
other stuff.
let's just
the
wrap.
face,
Seriously,
the
I'm gonna
leg.
piss my fucking pants, and let's go. Let's wrap this thing up.
Not in the hair.
Alrighty.
Bring us home, Evo. Land
Thank you,
the plane.
everybody, for tuning in. Who's watching? Thank you, gentlemen, for being a part of this. We're going to try to make this more regular. We say that all the time, but we're actually going to do it sooner or later. If you are having any dark thoughts, thinking about hurting yourself or anything, talk to a friend, talk to us. Veteran suicide is up to estimated over 40 people per day. That 22 a day thing is gone. We're getting higher. It's getting worse. So if you think about hurting yourself, talk to one of us, talk to someone you know, reach out. I guarantee someone wants to talk to you and help you through that. Thank you for tuning in today to the talk. It's been fun. And I guess we will catch you on the next one. See you later, fuckers.